good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be continuing in the campaign that I started in Darkest Dungeon last week. Started well, ended almost on a faltering note, but managed to stumble a triumph out of it at the end. Well, maybe not a triumph. I managed to not get anyone killed by the very thinnest of margins. I nearly lost someone on my very first day of streaming Darkest Dungeon. So that might have that was almost a mistake, but it wasn't quite. But we are continuing with the same estate here. Our lovely ruined hamlet. And last week I basically came back from that one dungeon in the Weald, tossed people into medical treatment and stress treatment, and left. So the first thing to do today is to check the stagecoach and see if there is anyone new to recruit. And there definitely will be. How could there not? Okay. What we have here is a second salamander. As our salamander is the one that is currently in stress treatment because we nearly lost her. This is one of the mod classes. Hello, welcome to the stream, Diabetes. It's nice to see you. And two of them are named Hodin, are they? Oh, they are. Oh dear, the Corsair and the Exterminator are both named Hodin. Oh dear. We don't have either of those, so I'm definitely going to be taking them. So at least one of them is going to need to be renamed. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, well, it's not like they could be mixed up. They look very different from each other. They are another two of the mod classes that I have here. Our Corsair is an almost ex-pirate, I suppose you could put it. She's a real mover class. Shifts back and forth through the battlefield. So, I'll just
another
bring her on
mariner,
board.
another misfortune.
And Hodin, I guess the second, since I'm looking at them second, is an exterminator, which is also one of the mod classes that I added, and ooh, is not great. This weak grip on life here is not a good thing. I mean, they're the only exterminator that we currently have, so I will be taking them, but if another exterminator comes along who has a stronger grip on their life, I will definitely take them. This class is a little bit of a tricky one to use, from what I've seen of other people playing with the exterminator. Their most powerful attack has a tendency to also hit party members with blight. They do have quite strong blight attacks, but they tend to backfire onto the party, which is not always all that helpful, it must be admitted. High risk, high reward. Exactly. That is the point. I was very careful when I was selecting the mods that I wanted to use.
But necessary measure.
I wanted to have interesting things to fool around with and to try out, but I didn't want them to be so powerful that it would break the game. So I've tried very hard to select only classes and mods that won't make the game too easy, although there are a few quality of life things. As you can actually see right now on this screen, the caretaker is looking much better than he looks in your game, I think. And we also have a plague doctor. Let's see. We do have a plague doctor who has claustrophobia. Does this one have claustrophobia? No. They receive less healing from occultists. Interesting. And the positive quirk of nymphomania, that's quite something. I wonder if they leave the mask on. But sure, we'll take her. Welcome to the insanity.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And I don't really know that I need a second salamander. Oh, especially not one with 2 negative quirks right off the bat. I mean, hard-skinned is pretty good. But does that really balance out the egomania or the slow reflexes? The salamanders are a bit fun. They're a self-buffing class, sort of like the Hellion, but every attack that they do either buffs themselves or buffs their final attack, which is sort of like the Jester's final attack. I don't remember if you have a Jester, Diabetes, but basically they have this attack, Salamander's Breath, which is very powerful. However, it backfires onto the salamander herself. And all of her other attacks either make Salamander's Breath stronger or increases the Salamander's defense against this attack. So, she's a class who does well in fights with several turn cycles, like the longer fights, because she can build herself up and then just let go with the Salamander's Breath. I like hard-skinned, but I hate slow reflexes, so I'm afraid that Tardif here is going to have to seek other pastures. And I have very little money right now, so I'm not going to be doing anything else in town. As much as I might like to raise people's armor or weaponry or buy more skills, I just don't feel like I have the money for that. I'm saving my money for disease treatment and for stress treatment when people need it. And if people are fairly low stress, like Poisson here, they can just hang around in town for a week and they'll recover from that, because they recover stress passively in town. So, we will reset the party. And where shall we go today? I am definitely not going after the Necromancer Apprentice right now. Look at all my level 0s and tell me to go after the boss. Look at them all. Definitely not a good plan there. Perhaps the Warrens. What have we got here? Complete 100% of room battles. And we've got a Grave Robber for +2 speed. I don't actually have a Grave Robber yet. I do like to have them. Hello, good evening, Loppy. And I've just started, so I can't answer that question. We got a second plague doctor. Okay, so that's a grave robber token. I do like grave robber as a class, but I just don't have one yet. Let's see. The wield, we have a medium. I'm gonna leave the mediums alone. I don't want to do medium quests yet because it takes more food and torches and materials, and once again I'm trying to save up my money a little right now. Okay, we have a short one in the cove for completing 100% of room battles, and that will give me an oozing potato. Yes, plague doctors are very handy, especially in the cove and the ruins. They are excellent blighters, in both meanings of the word. Okay, so we have an oozing potato for a milkmaid, which is yet another class I don't have yet. Another one of the mod classes. And that is really nice. That has 2 positives and no negatives. So I'm tempted by that despite it being the cove. Did I look at the Warrens? Yes, I looked at the Warrens one. The wield is both medium quests. The ruins, medium, and medium. I guess we're going to the cove today, folks. First stop, fish. Okay, so the cove, we really want blight and armor piercing if we can get our hands on it. So I believe we are taking out the new plague doctor. Yep, it's time to go. It's time to go play with the fish. Do I dare take out the new exterminator? Which skills did this one have again? Let's see. He has apprehend. He has collar and contain, which I've read this 4 times and I still don't quite understand what the debuff party thing is. I think it means if you bring more than one exterminator into a dungeon, that only one of them can use the skill, but I'm not sure. And we have trap, which is a one-time use counterattack, oddly enough, and mark. No, exterminate them. Sorry, that marks target. Okay, so this particular exterminator does not actually have the skill that I was talking about with the blowback. But he also doesn't actually throw... This particular exterminator cannot currently throw any blight. He can only throw blight debuffs. Which, depending on what skills... Okay, our plague doctor here has both of the blight skills, so... You know what? Let's risk it. Where does this guy want to stand? Okay, I'm going to put him in the second slot. And what else have we got? We want some healing. Perhaps we should take out one of our rescuers, since we haven't done anything with them yet. This is yet another one of the mod classes. There are several of them. Does this one have a heal? He does have a heal. It is a very weak heal, so this could be interesting. Does the other one have a heal? It's a buff. No, this one does not have a heal, so we're going to take dive with us. Yes, I fully admit that I chose this mod class specifically because he had 2 dogs, whereas the Houndmaster in the game only has 1 dog. They are. But yes. His heel is a little weak, but he can work from pretty much anywhere near the back. Oh, he can't use the heel in the backmost slot. Okay, he's going to switch with the Plague Doctor, since the Plague Doctor can use all of the skills that they have from the back slot. Alright. And we'll need a tank for the front. Reynald is still a little stressed, so what about our other Crusader who is a Cove phobe? That's probably not the best choice. That is unfortunate. Well, maybe Reynald isn't too stressed. Well, let's take Reynald. Let's risk it. Okay. This is the party that I shall go in with. And we have a new item here. What is this? Monks of St. Bernard's Hospice Brandy, extra old. A swig of rare brandy warms you up, plus 25 crit chance for 1 round. That's a bossing potion, that is. Okay. Let's see. We'll take 12 food. We'll take 2 shovels. We'll take 4 bandages. And heck, we'll take 4 of the anti-venoms as well. We'll take a key. We'll go along with the 1 holy water. And it's a short quest. Let's take 10 torches. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. I hope I brought enough torches. I always worry about that. Into the dungeon. 2 classes I've never used before. Hurrah! Scaled skin affords them increased resistance to bleeding attacks. Yeah, they also tend to run around with extra protection. The Cove is a great dungeon to bring armor piercing into. Sadly, I don't think I have anyone with armor piercing available to me as yet. There's only a couple of classes that have armor piercing. And sadly,
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Sadly, my shield breaker is in the sanitarium having her diseases treated, and thus cannot join us on this quest. Oh, this dungeon wants to test me. What a weird shape. And no scouting. What fun. Alright. I will certainly take that. And they're surprised. Oh boy, and he gets to go first. What can he do that is... He has practically no wait a minute, I think... Yes, this is an attack. And let's see if we can't blight the back row while we're at it. Okay. And then the exterminator... Oh yes, let's try to pull this guy towards the front. Excellent. Reynold can hit him now.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. Let's just continue to blight the back row. And let's see. Oh, it's a party heal. Alright.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Let's see. What else can we do? Well, let's see what this does.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, just wail away. Crusader, go. Let's see if we can stun this guy in the back. Oh, nice.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I love that the dogs are ready to fight, but I have, like, no attacks on this character. That's hilarious. But they're ready. They're ready if they're needed. I'm going to try this one. Well, I'm going to attack the front guy anyway, so it doesn't matter that he's guarding back there. 1 point of heal for everybody. Okay, so that marked him and gave him a debuff, so now... Well, let's try hooking him forward. Light for everybody.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Well, I tried it and I still don't know what that skill does, but okay. So let's just blight him some more while we're at it.
A death
Bam!
by inches.
Oh, and a second key. That's handy. None of these guys have any better chance of loot, so... Excellent. More things to upgrade the town with. So that was room battle number 1. Oh great, a thrall. These guys are really annoying, especially when combined with the snails. Thralls have a really bad habit of exploding if you leave them alone for too long. Yes, smite it.
Obliterated.
Before he explodes. Okay. This is where armor piercing would really come in handy. This actually seems to do the most damage out of the skills that I have on the Exterminator. Come on, Blight. There we go.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
And that's a journal page. Journal of Darius Highwayman, 2 of 6. Day 4. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed, and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave at first light on the morrow. And I'm just going to leave that behind, because at the moment it's just pointless inventory dross.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And this is exactly why I bring shovels.
Another misfortune.
What an odd choice of lines for an obstacle. Admittedly, it was a shipwreck obstacle, but... Oh no. Well, that's terrible. I think the best thing that I can do right now is move back so that Raymond can actually hit something. And... Okay, Raymond, do your thing. I realize now that I didn't bring a very damaging party. Especially not when the Plague Doctor is out of position and can't actually really do anything. Okay, we'll try this again. Interesting. Let's see, reduces stress, enhanced healing. We'll just heal. I'm actually going to move back and try to get the Plague Doctor back into a position where she can attack again. Well, it worked before. Why shouldn't it work again? I wish it did damage. Okay, we're at least in position to do this. 0 damage. And resisted the blight. That was... I wasted a turn. I should have just moved her back another one.
Can be healed, but never hidden.
buffed the snail. Well, you know what? Let's just debuff the snail. And then try again. There we go. And yeah, what I will do is attack this guy in the back. I know he'll resist the bleed, but this will get the Plague Doctor into position to be able to use all of her skills. With any luck, that should, yes, that should get rid of the snail. That should be, that's, the snail is done.
Another one falls.
Okay, I'm just gonna switch with the Plague Doctor here. And I'm gonna see if I can stun the shaman. Yes, excellent. Okay. Oh no. Why did you miss? Oh man, oh.
And
oh
now
no.
the true test. Hold fast or expire.
When a hero is reduced to 0 HP, they are at death's door. While in this state, they will suffer stat penalties, plus any further damage has a chance to kill them. Heal them to get them off death's door. The healer is at death's door. Don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. Okay. Excellent, excellent.
Continue
There.
the onslaught. Destroy them.
I'm trying.
all.
However, the only way to save the healer is to make sure, try to make sure he survives to his turn. Resisted that was a horrifying crit. That was just.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I may have made some bad choices about who to bring in here. Sure. You know, the hook appears to be the best skill that the exterminator came in here with.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
And another. Why can't my crusader hit anything? Good dodge. This is very unfortunate.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I will absolutely take that, you know? And it resists the
As
stun.
life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal
Death's
themselves.
door again, thanks to the bleed. And Reynold can't actually hit anything useful, so. Aha! This time it's got stunned. Let's see if we can't hook it forward. There, that's good. We're making something that might
As the
resemble a
fiend
recovery.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh look, it
Seize this
gave me more
momentum.
band-aids.
Push on to the task's end.
let's just... There we go. That's not a lot, but... And... Yes. Oh, excellent. That's a good thing. I can't complain about that. Okay, so that was the first 2 rooms. That was awful. So we'll go back through the way that we came. And that's why I bring extra food. With the smaller dungeons, I generally expect 2 hunger checks along the way. So I bring extra food in case I need to feed somebody. And it's an empty sack. Yes, it could have been worse, but it could have been better. For instance, that could have not happened. Okay. And I didn't reset the party order, so... We'll just be healing every turn, I suppose. Because stuff like that keeps happening. This group is not going to make much difference if I shuffle their order around, but it makes me feel better. And let's see. Can we possibly blight this dude? Excellent. Almost dead. So is my healer.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Well, that's just straight plain rude,
Confidence
Fishman.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, let's hook another one. Except for them constantly choosing to hit the healer, this is a good strategy. Thank you for not hitting dive. Okay.
Eradicated.
That was a very nice crit. Sure, you know what? Let's do this. Then we heal. Which is good because he chose... Oh! Dodge! A dodge! An actual dodge. That's not the dodge I was talking about. Shame on you.
Sedated.
And he dodged again. How dare. Oh, not again. You know, just because his name is Dive doesn't mean you have to hit him, Fishman.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And I healed the wrong one. Well, this should be interesting. Continuing onwards. You have a lot of hit points, just in case. Okay. Sometimes the coral hurts because it's all abrasive. An empty room. This is exactly what we needed. Oh, and scouting. Okay. No battle in the next hallway. Although, Let's see. Trap 20% on Renaud. Trap 10% on Dive. Trap 40% on Hoda. And trap... okay. You are our trap dude. Also stand where you're supposed to stand. Okay. So... yep, and there's our second hunger check, and this is really early on. I'm getting concerned now. You. Yes, excellent. Good. Trap disarmed. Alright, and there is no fight in the next hallway either. Huh, I don't think I've encountered one of these before. Brackish Tide Pool. Heightened Resilience. I'll definitely take it. And there's the other trap. Oh, very nice. Good job. Okay. And here's the room battle. Please don't hit my healer. Alright, let's see. Oh man. Let's hook this guy first. Okay, plague grenade for the back rows. Thankfully our stress is not terribly high as yet, although the plague doctor is not looking well.
The wounds of war can be healed.
She'll be
but
fine.
Never hidden.
Good dodge. Oh no! How did you miss? How did you miss? Well, at least you resisted the bleeding. You are the healer. Okay, let's try hooking this guy forward again. Light should take him next turn, so I can just ignore him now. Oh, a virtue! Lucky! I don't actually know what humanitarian does, but virtue is virtue. Okay, let's just continue blighting back here. Okay, hit this time. Well,
Slowly,
he hit something.
gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, there go our stress dealers. So we'll just continue healing here. I wonder if I attempt to hook the guy who's being dark. Nope, it hit him. Okay. And it broke the guard. I was wondering if that would work. Let's see. This one is ticking at 4. Can we make it tick higher? Alas, no. Alright, we are recovering. We are recovering. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can break his guard too. There we go. And heal everybody as a reward. And it promptly puts bleed on them. That's great. 0 damage, but we turned up the blight. no! Reynold, why do you keep hissing? Okay, I will use a bandage. I will use a bandage. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, he's toast. We can ignore him now. Oh, and we get another heal before the end of the battle. We get 2 heals before the end of the battle. That was amazing. Alright, can you hit him? Thank you! Oh, and we got a bit more food.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh, and that was everything. I guess I'll check out the final hallway then. We're actually looking in a pretty good state. Oh, and there's 2 curios in that hallway. Sure, let's go get them. Oh, it has a map. Now we have a map. We just got a map. Yep, there goes the second shovel. I will not miss it. And it's another tide pool. Well, sure. Let's have our Crusader have a look in the tide pool. Well, that's everything useful in here. Do I go and do that last battle? You know, we're in good enough shape. Let's do that last battle. 2 musketeers. Ah, union meeting. Fun. Yes, I believe I can. Yeah, let's hit the dude in the back. Oh, he resists the bleeding. How sad. Resist this! Thank you for the forewarning. It's nice to know before 5 minutes before the time. Okay, yeah, let's just smite. Don't oops, it was a joke made in love. Oh no, they just switched back to their default positions. Whatever shall I do? Yoink. Sure, let's blight some more. Blight for everybody. And let's spread around some heals since they got a couple of hits in.
Sedated.
Wow, 4-person dodge. Nice. That guy in the front is pretty damaged. Let's go for the AoE. And he just randomly buffed the Crusader. I love it. Humanitarian is a very interesting virtue. And now he's dead no matter what. This is excellent. So let's just hook him for fun.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and
Extra
driven
money.
into the mud.
Alright, that is everything here, I'm pretty sure. We'll double check. the entire dungeon. Somehow Dive lived. That's the name of that particular run. Somehow
the
Dive
pungent
lived.
odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
Okay. What is happening here? Why do I have a black screen? There we go. Decent amount of money. Few heirlooms to help upgrade the town. And of course we got the oozing potato. Alright, and it's telling me about leveling up. Resolve is just what they call XP in this game. It's actually the only kind of XP available in this game, so I don't know. Well, once I get a milkmaid, I'll be very happy to have that potato. Reynald has developed a fear of Eldritch, which, you know, after fighting all those fish monsters, I guess makes sense. Dive is now a medical assistant. Increased chance of winning gold. A stipend is paid for your part-time help at the medical board facilities. Huh, so if I send him for medical treatment, he might bring gold home. That's an unusual one. And our new plague doctor has become a Warrens tactician, which is strange since we were nowhere near the Warrens. Oh well. Returning to town. Well, I mean, I did choose this quest because of the oozing potatoes, so...
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
My goodness. Inquisitorial visit. The Church of the Light has deemed it necessary to send its agents to root out corruption among the faithful. We have nothing to fear, hopefully. And we have some new classes that we didn't have before in here. Admittedly, this is a second flagellant, and I haven't even used the first one yet. Oh, and this flagellant has a unique quirk. As it's saying here, some quirks can only be had by one person in the entire roster. Which is, well, unusual. Let's see, this flagellant has... oh, automatonophobia. He has an extra 20% stress if any humans are alive. He has Twilight Dreamer, which means he ignores stealth, which that is very strong. And there's no reason not to leave it on a flagellant. He hates the unholy. He has extra accuracy and crit versus humans because they stress him out. And he has extra damage against humans. He's pretty dang good, but he's the same color as the other flagellants, so let's just switch him over. Yeah, that's disturbing. We'll go with that. Okay, we'll put him with our other flagellant here. And what else do we have? We have a Hierophant, which is yet another one of the mod classes. This particular one has the negative quirk of Off Guard, which means that during the first round of battle, he doesn't do so great. But he gets extra damage if the torch is high, and he's a Warrens adventurer, which means he gets less stress when in the Warrens. The Hierophants are more of a tanky type. So despite his off-guardedness, I will be taking this one. I'll just put him in
Scourge of
between.
the unbeliever, who has mastered the destructive power of infinite light.
Okay. And a butcher. Interesting choice for a inquisitorial trip. This is a DD class with a bunch of bleed, if I remember correctly. This guy comes with tuckered out, which means that he does less damage if he is unhealthy, which means we can only send him with the stronger healers. Less stress if the torch is high, excellent. Extra accuracy and crit versus humans, and extra damage and less stress against humans. So that is quite excellent. We'll put him along with the other DDs. And we have an Arbalist, which I don't believe we had yet. Did we? No, we did not. This roster is already getting quite scroll heavy. And the Arbalist is an archer class, well, a crossbow class. One from the base game. This one's a little tricky because she's thin-blooded, so she doesn't resist blight quite as well as anybody else. But has extra accuracy, damage, and crit on the first round. And once again has the Manslayer and Mankind Hater, which seems to be the thing for everyone in this inquisitorial visit. So I'm just going to put them here with the Musketeer.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
And I'm going to have to expand my roster because it's full. Okay, and what has happened while we were gone? Albert, our salamander, while praying, saw a glimpse of greater beings controlling destiny and developed the new quirk of God-fearing, which means that she will only pray for stress relief now. That's workaround. That can be worked around. It's not terrible. She also recovered 55 stress and is no longer paranoid. Yay, she will not be accusing everyone of stealing her designs. And our shield breaker underwent effective disease treatment and cured her fits. And the town event that we just covered, and our rescuer, our plague doctor, and our exterminator all went to level 1 from 0, and our crusader went to level 2. So that's excellent. Now, what do we have? We have yet another rescuer, another exterminator, a buried, and a druid. Now I know we don't have a buried or a druid. So, do we have enough to increase the hero barracks? We do.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
Now, I already have 2 rescuers, so unless this guy is a god amongst dog owners. Nope. He's a great friend of the brothel, while also being incredibly pious. But he's got exactly the same skills as the one that I just took out. Let's see, the exterminator. Yeah, once again, the same skills. And despite his, well, he does have His negative quirk is slow draw, and he does have evasive, which does make him better than someone with a weak grip on life. That is a question. Okay. We'll take him and we'll think about it.
But necessary measure.
But I don't need two exterminators who don't have the exterminator's main skill. So one of these guys is going to leave as soon as I decide which one. Okay, and we have a buried. This is yet another damage class, and she has arrived with all of her skills unlocked because, if I remember correctly, she's somewhat of a transforming class. Basically, all of her skills are available because she can use all of them because she switches back and forth between two states. This one is a skeptic, which means that she receives less heal from benediction and ashes to ashes. But she has a better scouting chance in the ruins and has a better scouting chance in the cove as well. You would have been useful last turn. So sure, we'll take her.
The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
And here we have a druid who is... well, she's mostly a buffing class, if I remember correctly. She's not fully programmed. She is one of the mod classes, and it seems that not everything was completed. So there's a little bit of a glitch in her displays there, but she does a little bit of damage here and there, but she's mostly for healing and buffing. This one has arrived marked by the flock, which is a special thing that goes along with one of my other mods, and is sickly, which means that she doesn't resist diseases very well. She's also musical, so if there's a jester who plays inspiring tune, she'll receive extra stress heal. She's not great, especially with the sickly, but once again, the only druid that we have, so we'll take her, but we'll keep an eye out for a better one. We'll just put her here in between the rescuers and the Vestals. And we'll just... Farewell, extra third rescuer. It was a very nice thought. Now, should we send anyone to get some stress healing on? I suspect I should probably send Mortimer and Dacre to some sort of stress healing. I have 22,000. I can afford to spend a little bit to see them better sooner. Let's see, this one, Hippocratic, yeah, she's really good, so we want to get her stress, and she does not actually care where she goes. And what about Mortimer, who is our other most stressed person? Well, he doesn't have any place special he wants to go either. So, just because it works for me thematically, we're going to send her. She will meditate for stress relief. And we'll send him to drink away his cares in the bar. He's so parched. Bring him more beer. More beer! More. It's a pity Sierra Lad isn't here this evening. Okay, so we have 2 people in stress relief. Just taking a quick skim through, having a look. Nobody is diseased. I am not paying to have quirks removed at this point. Let's get a few more of these level 0s to level 1, shall we? And the Cove is now level 1. I am still not going after that Necromancer. I'm not going on a boss fight with a party of like 1 level 1 and 3 level 0s. Let's see. That's a medium quest. That's a medium quest. This is a short quest. 100% of room battles. And that rewards in a gas canister for the rescuer. Plus 20% on stress skills and minus 15% blight resist. Ooh, that's a double-edged sword there. Let's see, the Cove is a medium quest. The Weald has a short quest, oh goody, which rewards in an occultist eldritch killing incense. Do I even have an occultist yet? I do. I have watered. I'd nearly forgotten. Okay, so that gives the occultist extra damage against eldritch. That is tempting. That is actually tempting. The Weald was terrible last week, but... and this one is a highwayman one for extra trap disarm, extra dodge, but less stress heal. Now, you know what? I want that occultist charm, unless I already have one. Do I already have one? I do not. Nope, I do not have one of those. I want it. Okay, it's back into the Weald. Do I take the harlot again? She did fairly well last time. Let's take Romé. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just, you know, taking a stab in the dark. Let's see, do you do bleed, dear? No, you do blight. Interesting. Okay. Wait a minute, I think... Yes, okay, our Corsair. Our Corsair can do bleed. We'll put her in. Actually, our Corsair has more of her skills, so I can take off this one, which is a little ridiculous, especially in early levels. And let's give her Disembowel instead. Let's see, forward 1, back 1, forward 2, back 2. Alright, we're balanced out. And, oh, who else to bring? As, Romé isn't much of a healer, so we'll need a healer. Do we bring the already stressed out Vestal, or do we bring the slightly less stressed out occultist? Sure, let's bring the occultist. We'll gamble. And now we need a tank for this ridiculous group. No, he's a Warren's adventurer. He's... Oh, right, this one was the one who was the Cove Explorer and the Cove Phobe. I should have taken him. I should have. Because he cancels himself out. But I didn't. So you know what, we will bring him along on this one, even though he doesn't have anything that really goes with the place. Yes, this feels like a thing to do. Okay, this is definitely going to be interesting, especially where can you use your skills from? Okay. Alright, we're good with this formation, somehow. Alright, I'm going to bring an extra holy water just because I feel like it. We are going to bring all of the bandages because we don't have a cure for bleed. Okay, we'll bring along, and we'll bring a key. Oh, and I remember I caught horror in here. No, I'm gonna leave the laudanum behind because it's really expensive. Okay, and just because there were only 6 bandages in the store, I'm going to bring along 2 extra food, just in case. I want to bring medicinal herbs, but I'm already spending so much, so let's go with this. Alright, we will embark with this unusual party. Beast and corrupted human alike inhabit these failing groves. It is a pity that none of my humankind haters were really suited to bring along.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Ah. Okay, what does this place look like? Oh, that's annoying. I'm going to have to do a lot of backtracking here. Alright, let's go up the shorter one first.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
And that's why I bring shovels. Okay, that was an empty room. Oh boy. He loots on his own. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, and another journal page. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal, 4 out of 6. They are sleeping. I am kept from slumber by a distinct stream of whispers, as if carried by the currents and waves of the sea. I have not told them that most of my flesh has sloughed off, revealing a strange silvery membrane. I keep myself covered. They questioned me when I ate the meat raw at Campfall, and found my response difficult to understand. I suppose it would be best to explain my condition when they awaken. Then they would be convinced of my urgency to leave and find aid in the hamlet. Oh dear. Oh, you're not going back to the hamlet. Full of eldritch nonsense is the Weald. And it's another empty room. And another empty room. You know, I don't actually care about that hallway curio enough to go to an empty room Oh no, wait, I'm supposed to explore 90% of rooms. Okay, fine, I will go to an empty room. I had thought I'd picked out one that was 100% of room battles, and I step right into the trap while I'm
Watch your
talking
step.
to you. I'm smart. I know how to play this game. Oh, and you've gotten Blight, and it's another journal page. The blackest of fates, 1 of 5. Our purpose was to desecrate their animalistic shrines and thus disperse the swine folk. But soon we came across an artifact. This was far beyond the crude fetishes crafted by the pigmen. It looked as if obsidian had been grown and twisted into a dark symbol of worship. It cradled a pulsing red orb, glowing with malevolent light. Cuthbert, Boleyn, and I hesitated, but thrice-damned Mizir, driven by crazed impulse, thrust his torch in a hidden receptacle and thus sealed our fate. Oh my. Well, we'll just take those. We will try not to think about what we just read. Okay, and then we will go back the way we came. Oh, right. Drink the goo. Okay. Back we go. We've already got a hunger check. Around and around and around. And back out to the front door. So that we can go up the other side. It is unusual that we went up that entire side without running into a battle. Okay, let's bleed you. And yeah, sure, let's... I don't like stress. It's stressful. And let's put a weakening curse on one of our mushroom guys here. And Raymond, you just hit a dude. Oh wait, you're not Raymond, you're Goizel.
Press this advantage.
That was
Give them
an
no
excellent
quarter.
counterattack. That was perfect. That was beautiful. Whenever I use the harlot, I feel better about having a harlot. Okay, let's just hit the hurt one. And yeah, hit the hurt one. And stack the weakening curse. Let's see, this is doing 2 damage. Well, it's not gonna die, but let's hit the front one anyway. Both of them. Sure, and let's just keep stacking the bleed. I could heal somebody, maybe. Oh, crit heal, nice. And resisted the bleed. Good Crusader, excellent Crusader. I like you.
The slow death. Unforeseen. unforgiving.
Yeah, let's keep it up. Sure, let's overkill. I just
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Well, that got me a trinket for a soothsayer, which I don't have yet. But still, a trinket's a trinket. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we are. Back in order. Continuing onwards. Whoops. What disease did you get? Oh, you didn't. Excellent. Yay. I'm going to have to try to remember once I get an antiquitarian to not bring an antiquitarian and one of my curious people on the same run, because that would be very frustrating. Antiquitarians get more stuff when they loot things. So you really want the antiquitarian to loot everything.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Nasty. Okay. We'll just bandage that up. And let's see. Well, those are undead, so let's bleed the dog. Continuing a trend. And oh, nice. Excellent. And she's bleeding again. Okay, I'm pretty sure the dog is going to... Yeah, the dog is going to die on its next turn, so I can ignore it. Let's see... Let's use that on... Oh my goodness! Her animations are the best, I have to say. Alright, so... Did she buff him? No, he receives less healing. Oh, that was a terrible choice.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Well, let's just fade back a bit.
Back to the pit.
Okay.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
I'm sorry about all the bleeding, Hodin. Hodin? Just to mention, I'm okay with renaming anyone who isn't Reynard or Dismas, as long as they haven't already been renamed. So if anyone has a name that they want to suggest, just let me know. Especially since I can't pronounce half these names. Okay, we're pretty okay for the moment. So, let's curse her. Ah, yes, this is a pull, which brings her into reach of the Crusader. And we're just gonna stack up the bleed as much as we can here. Oh wait, that pushed her back out of his reach. Oops. That was my mistake. Well, let's just start chipping away at these guys then.
formation is
Oh,
broken.
wow.
Maintain the offensive.
Okay. We shall disembowel. Yes? No. Apparently we will not. We will heal the Crusader. Who ends up with more bleed? And we'll start you bleeding, perhaps? That's a lot of bleed. Yes, that is a lot of blood. Here, have bandage. Band-aid achieved. Hit him back.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Constant bleeding. Constant bleeding. And we're just going to add to it. Okay. Yank her forward. No? Darn it. Everybody's bleeding. Okay, if she can't be yanked forward, can he be pushed back? There we go. Alright. Band-aid. We're running out of band-aids. Hit the stress lady. There we
Fiend
go.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
That is a lot of damage. Okay. Heal the pirate. Who resisted more bleeding? Hooray! I'm not sure what to do here. Well, he can't be pushed back any further, so let's just increase his bleed.
Continue
Oh,
the
never
onslaught.
mind.
Destroy them all.
And... you know what, I'll just stay here and beat upon this guy.
Annihilated.
There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, and you are still bleeding, but you are nearly full HP, so I'm just going to be leaving you like that. I'm so sorry. Nothing in the coffin. Okay. Well, there's no hallway battle in the next hall. Everybody gets to eat something. Oh, more band-aids! And another journal page. What do we got here? Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal 6 out of 6. I cannot recall why we ventured onto land. Why did we leave when Mother Ocean provided all we needed beneath her tender waves? I will now return home, back to her embrace. Indecipherable scratchings fill the remainder of the page. Well, more band-aids. I will absolutely take more band-aids. The journal page can stay here. Okay. And the next hallway does have a fight in it. And a room battle. Oh no. Oh, resisted the disease! Congratulations! Nice. Oh, dang, I let it get a little dark, and I'm running out of torches. Okay, so... let's get some bleed... oh, no, apparently not. Well, that was awful. Heal him. He resisted the bleed! So if we push... if this guy gets pushed back, that brings the archer... nope, no, he resisted the push. And the bleed. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. Smite! Well, when in doubt, hit the guy who's hurt. Okay, we had some good dodges there.
Diminished.
Oh boy, oh, this is not looking good. Okay, oops, no, wrong button. Band-aid for you. Heal for you. And resisted the bleed, yay! And it dodged. The archer absolutely dodged. Well, stop dodging! Oh, who needs it most? 11-7. Oh boy. Crusader regrets my choices immediately. Yay! Okay, so... oh, 3 whole points. Thank you, RNG. Let's see... no, I can't do that. Darn it. Well... oh, she can't... RNG loves me. Well, let's call them bad boys. Ha-ha! Okay, you die now. No? No? Why? 0. You heal for 0 points and get a bleed. Why?
Seize this momentum.
Okay.
Push on to the task's end.
He gets my last bandage. He gets some food. We reset the party order. I'm out of band-aids. Oh no. Heal him. Please don't bleed him. Thank you. Lead her? Maybe? No? No. Push him back? Oh no. Oh no! Forward, man, forward! Actually, that is not terrible. I will take that. Push him. Okay, this is going to push the Crusader back again, but you, come here. Thank you, counterattack. Let's see, you have 8, 11, 22, 12, 8!
A momentary abatement.
Oh my goodness. Now that's what I call a heal. Forward, Crusader. You know, I really, I've come to really enjoy the Harlot, even though right now there's nothing useful that I can do. Well, let's see if we can... Oh, the corpse resisted knockback. How? Oh, and the Crusader is in the back again. Well, what we can do... I did this for you, Crusader!
And improvement.
Okay, and you... And you got bleed. And our Crusader can hit something again. There is nothing good I can do. Poor Crusader. This Crusader is never going to get to attack again. I see that now. 12, 22, 15, 14. Healer, heal thyself. Oh my goodness! What a crit! Okay, I'm just going to have her move back so that the Crusader can actually attack again, even though all he can do is read some scripture to some corpses. It's getting real dark. Okay, yes, disembowel her. Oh, thank goodness, I think I might be done. Well, she can't go back any further.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
No, I want to loot that chest. That's what I want to do.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Oh, and another trinket. That's a lot of trinkets. Let's see. Scouting says that there is a curio in that hallway, so I'm going to be greedy and I'm going to go get it. Pretty sure that was my last torch. And it's already been looted. I came here for nothing. Let's go home, guys.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
But we got the occultist trinket I was going for. And a nice pile of money and heirlooms. And a bunch of level ups. Let's see. Our Crusader has become a Warrior of Light, much like the other one. Extra damage if the torch is high. Our Corsair has become a Ruins Adventurer. She gets less stress in Ruins, but that's not great because she's a Bleed hero, and Bleed is not as useful in Ruins as in other places. That's a pity. Oh well, and our Occultist has developed Unerring. I think all of his skills are counted as range skills, so that's actually really good. Excellent. So, what's been going on in town in our absence?
Can you feel it? The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
The Hamlet's bishop. You overhear an argument behind the abbey's closed doors. An enraged warrior bishop storms out. He finds you and declares the abbot's service insufficient. He pledges himself to the Hamlet's cause. Aha! We've gotten a Templar. Oh, and this one is one of those double-edged ones. Oh boy. The Templar is somewhat of a hybrid tank healer kind of thing. Although this one doesn't actually have any... No, yeah. This is the heal skill, Lay on Hands, but this one doesn't actually have it at this point, but, you know, future. So, without that, he's a tank. This is a tank. And he's antsy, which is, you leave him not doing anything in town, and he gets stressed out. He wants to be doing something always. Which can be a little annoying, but, you know. He has +5 in range skills, although I don't think he actually has any. Let's see, melee. Oh, wait, he does have a range. He does have a range skill. Oh, no, he has 2, but he doesn't have that one. Okay, he's spiritual, which means that Divine Grace and Divine Comfort heal him for more. And he has an Eagle Eye, which means that his range skills have extra crit. Okay. Well, we'll just put him with the tanks then. All right. Mortimer is experiencing double vision after a long night of drinking. Mortimer had a night on the town, recovered 45 stress. He has -10 accuracy right now, though, which on a man-at-arms is, that's unfortunate. And Dakra could not achieve a meditative state and has become frustrated. Her new quirk is Unquiet Mind, which means she will refuse to continue trying. She still recovered 45 stress, though, so, well, that happened. Hodenk and our Crusader is level 1. Our secondary Crusader is also level 1. And that's it for that, what happened while we were gone. And the stagecoach has arrived with a new crop of hopefuls. And we have 4 more that we didn't have. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to just keep advancing the roster much faster than I thought. What does the next one cost? I don't have enough deeds. Well, this should be fun. Hopefully I'll have enough deeds after the next run through the dungeon, huh? Or I can trade something, but this early on I would prefer to just, straight up earn things. But we have a Stargazer. Another, I believe, transforming class of some sort. Whoops. And, well, this one came with 2 good clerks of Blight Resist and Extra Crit, but he has minus 5% HP. He's squishy. Great many skills. Honestly, I don't know how to switch between his states. I just thought the class looked interesting, so I don't know. What we'll do is we'll put him down here with the plague doctors.
The space between worlds is no place for mortal men.
And now here we have the game's dog possessing class, the Houndsmaster. He does extra damage to beasts, which is really useful in the Warrens especially. But yes, does extra damage to beasts and marked, although this one can't mark. He doesn't have the marking skill, but he does have a self-heal. And a guilty conscience. Oh my, what have you done, Darcy? What have you done? What haven't you done, Darcy? And he's also a Ruins adventurer, which is unfortunate because I would almost never take a Houndsmaster to the Ruins. Ah well. But we're definitely taking him because dog. We'll just put him up there between the salamander and his
faithful beast.
Buried.
A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
Then we have an heir. A pretender to my throne. But this one is a buff and damage class, if I'm remembering correctly. Does bleeding damage, a little tiny bit of heal, and just sort of, does her thing. More damage than healing, definitely. She is marked by the flock, which is going to get interesting once I finally start taking out the marked by the flock people. She's resilient, so she receives extra stress heal, and she's got a natural swing, which gives her accuracy. This one is actually quite excellent. As long as I remember that the person that I have is marked by the flock, I don't actually consider it that much of a negative. It basically makes it so that there's the probability of extra battles in the dungeon that person goes into. So, as long as I'm prepared for the fact that there are probably going to be extra battles, I don't actually see it as a problem. It's when I forget to check and forget that I'm taking out a person who is marked by the flock that it's a problem. And this one's name is Montacute, so I would be taking her even if she was terrible, or a class that I already had. She's a Lamia. Now, this is a transforming class. She has 2 forms. Her human form is basically a healer. Her monster form is an attacker. So, This one is not great. She's obsessed with cleanliness, which means that she's probably going to get extra stressed in the Warrens, which is full of disease. And she's a nervous bleeder, which means that she loses accuracy if she's bleeding. But she is steady, which gives her less stress overall, no matter where she goes. And she's a daredevil, which means that if she does manage to bleed herself down to a tiny, minuscule amount, which I hope to not allow, she'll get extra dodge. But yes, I don't actually like the blue very much. Oh sure, let's make her pink. Montacute gets to be pink. And we're going to... I'm actually going to move her up because she doesn't really heal all that much. So I'm just going to put Montacute here in between the occultist and the rescuers. Alright. And that is pretty much it. So let's go figure out where we're going. Unless we should... Anybody need some healing? Anybody picked up a disease anywhere? Oh, right, weak grip on life versus slow draw. Okay, you know what? We are going to say farewell to Hodenk. Goodbye, Hodenk. You served well for the one dungeon I took you into. I wish you'd had your AoE skill. You would have been much more useful. Farewell! Yes. I didn't say that bull goodbye to change my mind.
Useless.
He arrived vestigial. He just failed to grow. Hodenk is kinda stressed out, so... maybe we should send her to get some R&R somewhere. She does not particularly care where she goes, so I'm going to send her drinking. Pirates like to drink, right? Dance a merry jig! Let the booze flow! Alright, is anybody else super stressed? Perhaps our harlot could use some R&R as well. I bet I know where you want to go. To the brothel with you. And bring her more pillows. Alright. That should take care of those things. Now let us embark. Oh, we got the Weald halfway through level 1 with that ridiculousness. It still wants me to go after the necromancer, but that's not happening. What else do you have? Medium. Okay, we have a short for exploring 90% of the rooms, which rewards in a damage stone, extra damage in exchange for less dodge. I'm not sure if I can afford that. And we have a short for complete 100% of room battles, which rewards in a Book of Intuition, which reduces the chance of surprising the party at the cost of the person's speed. Oh, I left those two in there. Take those out. Let's see. The Warrens have a short quest for completing 100% of room battles, which it would reward me with a Jester trinket. Extra bleed, but more bleed. On a Jester, that would actually be very good because they have an incredible amount of bleed, but... what else do we have on offer? A short for completing 100% of room battles. with a Highwayman charm for extra damage on range skills, but less stun resist. And a short also for completing 100% of ring battles. Also for a Highwayman trinket. Well, I gotta be me. I think I'm gonna go after that book. Let's go for the Book of Intuition. That sounds like a useful trinket. So, back to the cove again. And you. We'll have you be the tank, I believe. Yeah, you're good in the first 2 slots. You shall be our tank, and thus you will not get stressed from being in town. You'll get stressed from being in the dungeon. And who else shall we take? One of these was... Ah, yes, she's a code tactician. And she has her bandage skill and the mark skill. Let's take our musketeer out for a stroll. I wonder. He is curious, but it is nice to have someone with a mark skill and a bounty hunter together. So we'll give up on the chance of looting anything and take him along. And I think one of the plague doctors. Poussin shall go off the Poisson? He is a cove tactician. It's a pity he's got claustrophobia, but you know, we'll all live, maybe. The main problem here is we have very weak heals going in here, so this is going to be interesting. I guess I'll have to take extra food. Because yes, this is for 100% of room battles. Because the Musketeer's heal does 2 or 3. But it does buff the target to receive more healing, so hopefully we can stack up what the Plague Doctor can do healing-wise with what the Musketeer can do healing-wise, and I won't spend too much time, you know, wailing into the mic. Although it is tempting to bring Montacute. You know what? Let's bring Montacute instead of the Plague Doctor, because her healing is a little bit stronger. And does the same thing. So, we have a party of all level 0s and 1 level 1. Oh, let the suffering commence. Well, as soon as I finish doing this. Oh, look at that! We get extra band-aids. All right. All right, we'll bring 12 food. We'll bring 2 shovels, 4 of those, 4 of those, 1 of those. We'll indulge and bring 12 torches, since we have to complete all room battles. And yes, I think that will be it. Let's go suffer. Tentacled lurkers lie in wait just below the water's surface. Tread carefully. Oh boy. is or isn't this going to go? That is the question. And will it ever load? My goodness, what's taking so long? Can I go in yet? I'm getting a little concerned. What is it loading? Did it hear me worrying about the tentacled lurkers and decide to show me? Oh boy. Disco Elysium's loading curse showed up all of a sudden. There we go.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Okay. Okay, this one is not as weirdly shaped as the other ones. I'm still gonna have to, you know, turn around and go back, but only once. Oh, wow, right away. She looks so annoyed. Sure, let's see if we can't pull this guy. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, no, let's just hit the dude. Whoa. Oh, that was a good thump. Okay, you know what? Yoink. He resisted! How dare! Okay, so I'm just gonna mark the other ranged dude. Because there can be only one. Let's see, 16, 23. Well, let's heal our frontliner. Oh, that was pretty. I liked that. Oh, pity, he can't reach the back. He just can't quite reach that guy in the back unless he uses the caltrops. So let's try and bring him forward again. Oh, there we go. And he moves himself back again. Well, you know what? I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Every time the Templar is attacked, this ability gains power. So he's being hit twice. Let's see. And he dodges. I don't know what damage it does. Okay, heal her.
Impressive.
Nice crit. You know what? Why not? Let's pull this guy forward. why I like having a bounty hunter around, honestly. So, I'll just take a shot at this die.
Dazed.
Oh!
Reeling.
Nasty
About
crit.
to break.
And everybody's bleeding. Everybody! But this dude's marked, so he gets extra damage from this skill.
Obliterated.
Nice. Who's in worse shape? 15, 15, 26, 24. You know what? Healer, heal thyself. Excellent dodge. I'm just going to take the 1 point of bleed. Let's try this again. Reckoning? No, I'm not gonna complain. And yeah, he's lower. This is another sneaky mod that I have in here, that the Musketeer and Arbalest bandaging skill cures bleed. It doesn't do that in the base game, which is ridiculous because it's a bandaging skill. It should.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Oh, and another diary page, another journal page. Okay, what have we got? Journal of Darius, Highwayman, 6 out of 6. My end. I scrawl this, victim of cruel fortune, who took me up on my wager, for I have lost my lucky coin, and I now lie helpless as my blood flows swiftly from my ruined body. My fingers are cold. It was no trap nor raving cultist that sealed my fate. We were ambushed by strange undulating shapes, 2 small entities that I cannot hope to describe, and a third, much larger beast. Poor Moira was crushed into a pulp as Therion defended her. He soon lost his arm and his wits left him. Shambler, Shambler, he kept shrieking as Raven yanked him to flee. I tried to play hero to buy them a few moments, blew away one of the smaller monsters, last shot, then smashed into the wall, the big one. Maybe they made it out. That was the last page of his journal, so we may never know. Ooh, I got an extra shovel. Excellent. And onyx, which is worth money. And this is 1 point of bleed on a guy who has 22 left. I will take it.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright. Oh, and an extra key, and yet another journal page. Journal of Darius the Highwayman, 2 of 6. We got this one, didn't we? Day 4. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave at first light. Yeah, we got this one earlier, in a different dungeon. Who's copying this man's journal? And scattering it all over the place. Okay, the torch is high enough, I think. Okay. Healing.
Inspiration and improvement.
Oh my. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Righteous blow. Oh, that's a really good thump. Well, it makes very little difference except that it marks the one that it's on, so... We are going to bandage our
Compassion is a rarity
tank
in the fevered
because he
pitch
desperately
of
needs
battle.
it. Yay, dodge! Heal him. Oh, everybody's getting hurt. Everybody's terribly hurt. But we can do extra damage to the marked one.
Decimated.
Thump. Yes, bandage her. And pull this one. Heal a tank. Nice crit. 15, 19, 12, 16. Oh boy. Heal her.
A momentary abatement.
I should have healed the tank.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. We're starting. Yes.
Compassion
Two
is a
whole
rarity
points,
in
but
the
it's 2
fevered
points we didn't
pitch
have
of
before.
battle.
And there we go. Yeah, heal him. Ouch. Alright, pull that one. Heal our musketeer. Thump the fish. Oh boy. Sure, heal yourself. Kill the fish.
Annihilated.
Okay. You honestly were our hero of the battle, so you get your reward is to open this chest. Oh, excellent, more crests. Good. Alright, one room battle down. 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 to go.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Oh boy, it's the collector. Oh wow. And he gets to go first. Oh, that's not good. Alright, 14, 15, 13, 15. I'm not sure if this will work, but at the very least it'll mark him. Oh, wow. I am absolutely not going to complain about that because he's still where the musketeer can get him. Wandering boss. All the joy. Heal the tank.
Well struck.
Nice crit. Lifesteal. Oh no. Leave her alone! Nice hit. No! Seriously, stop that.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Oh boy. Oh, heal yourself. 2 points, but at least you're not bleeding anymore. Do I have anything that will... Nope, that... I do not have a party heal with this character. Hit him! I am pretty much ignoring the worm things because if I kill the boss, they will just disappear. If they would just miss more often.
Terrible vistas
Oh,
of
no!
emptiness reveal
My
themselves.
musketeer! Oh, try not to die Thursday has failed. The first of many heroes has given their all in service to you. You have the option of retreating from combat and abandoning this quest to save the others or press onwards. The choice is yours. I'm very upset, but I'm gonna keep trying. I believe I can beat this guy. Crying out loud, stop that.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
Ah, that was a hallway boss, a wandering boss. I got a
trifling
very rare
victory.
trinket for that.
But a victory nonetheless.
Blight resist, plus 20% stress. Oh boy. Accuracy. That's a very nice trinket that apparently anyone can use, so it's not a bad prize, but it cost a musketeer. Oh, I'm very sad. I like musketeers.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
It's going to be risky, but I'm gonna continue. Oh no. Well, apparently she can't heal from that far up. Yeah, move up. Gonna have to waste terms, repositioning. Oh, this is terrible. there goes her resolve. And she's become selfish.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
I knew I was getting too lucky with the virtues. Alright, let's start thumping some people.
A singular strike.
Nice crit. If I can finish him off... Oh, he's not stunned, but...
Destroyed.
Okay. Ow. Stop stressing out my snake lady. Of course. Well. Thump him good. Of course. I don't see any bad about trying to hit this guy. Either way, somebody's taking damage. Yes, thank you, Montacute. Please, could you be more like your name? Oh boy. She's stressed out. She's stressing everybody else out. She keeps getting more stressed.
A powerful blow.
This guard is getting funny. Oh boy. Yay!
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay. How is that something stressful to hear?
A
Come on.
momentary abatement.
Okay, okay, that was a good heal. Hey, he resisted being moved. I honestly don't see any reason not to keep targeting her because no matter which one it hits, I'm good. If she would stop stressing my Lamia. The worst thing is the Lamia does have a stress heal. She just can't use it because she keeps needing to use the HP heal.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Although it is only 4 stress. Oh, HP heal.
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, thank goodness for small mercies. Everybody's real hurt.
A fortune, waiting
More
to be
gold.
spent.
Now the question is, do we continue or do we flee? There are still 4 more rooms. And our Lamia is going to have a heart attack. We're going. We're leaving.
Wounds to be tended. Lessons to be learned.
That definitely did not go as well as I'd hoped it would. And we even went in with 2 healers. Alright. He is, less resistant to shock than he used to be. Our bounty hunter is now going to be extra stressed out if unholy monsters are around. And our Lamia has decided that she will only relieve her stress at the brothel, which is exactly where she is going. Alright. That was very unfortunate.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
And we got another stargazer, so where is our existing stargazer? There he is. He's soft, thick-blooded, and deadly. And this one is a wield phobe and a precise striker. Extra stress if you take him to the wield, but extra crit on melee skills. Are his skills melee? Some of them. One skill is melee. I think I'm going to leave this one where he is. Alright. We'll just soothe myself looking at the caretaker for a moment. Thank you for your chest. I mean sacrifice. Alright. Rome had an unforgettable evening and has formed an attachment. New quirk, love interest. That means that she will also only visit the brothel for stress relief. But she engaged in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 59 stress. And Hodink had a night on the town and recovered 45 without any side effects at all. We sent these 4 off to the dungeon, and we lost one, and nobody leveled. Nobody. Alas, no musketeer, but we do have a falconer. And 2 more druids, my goodness. And another shield breaker. Well. That might make up for the loss of the musketeer, but I'm not sure. The falconer is also a range class, although she uses a bow instead of crossbow, and she has a trained hawk that goes for the eyes. She is the reason why the marked by the flock thing keeps showing up, because she is running away from Talon. Talon is hunting her, and Talon wants her and anybody who helps her. So, Talon knew she was coming before we did. Well, sort of. She's also a witness, which means she will not pray for stress relief, which there are plenty of other ways to relieve stress, so that's not too bad. She's also a cove explorer and spiritual, which means she receives extra healing from divine grace and divine comfort. So that is good. This particular one has come along with some nice skills. And especially since we are down a backline ranged attacker, we are going to take her. Now, let's see. This is our existing shield breaker. With her fear of Eldritch, the fact that she will only flagellate for stress relief, and has a guilty conscience, but she's also deadly and a ruins adventurer. And then this is the new one. Who is a nervous bleeder and pious, which once again, extra healing from those two skills. Hard to say. Arguably, she's better than the one that we have. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's compare druids. I don't see any reason why I need more than one druid, so let's get the best one. Okay, this one is marked by the flock and sickly, and musical, which doesn't matter because we don't have a jester. She has a attack, a heal, an attack, and a heal. This one has a torn rotator, which means her melee skills don't do as much damage, and she has -2 speed if the torch gets low. But interestingly, she does more damage if the torch is low. So, she has a heal, she has a ranged attack, a melee attack, and a heal. Okay, and this one is balanced, which means she has move resist, handy, but a fear of mankind, which means that she has less accuracy and more stress when facing human opponents. And she has an attack, a heal, and an attack. I think this one is actually the best druid. I believe Shatra's here wins. So, Dali, who I couldn't, what? D is leaving us. Farewell. I never even took you out of the box, but goodbye.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
Perhaps. Into the roster you go. I am still not sure about the shield breaker. As this one does have good skills. But this one definitely has... Yes, we are going to send Albelin away and take on Bohan. I can't send Albelin away. Why can't I send Albelin away? Because of a glitch, that's why. Alright. Farewell, you were fun while I had you. You should go flagellate somewhere else.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
Okay, we are leaving that other druid behind. Now, our Lamia needed stress healing very badly, so off to the brothel with her. You and you and you! Oh, it has been a rough day. Okay, and who else could use... I believe... yeah. We should definitely send our Templar to do something, or else he's just going to get more stressed. So... he's a Templar. Let's have him temple. And our bounty hunter, irreplaceable, curious, okay. So we're going to send you to meditate, and we'll send you to pray. And everybody will recover. What is the caretaker doing in here? Okay, that answers the question very succinctly. Thank you. All right. Everybody's stressed. But we should have time for one more dungeon run. We will take vengeance for our musketeer. Our poor lost girl. No, I'm not going after the necromancer. Okay, that's a medium. This is a short. Complete 100% of room battles. Gets a druid trinket, which is not half bad. Explore 90% of rooms in the cove for an exorcist only trinket. I don't have one of those yet, but he's coming. Not half bad, although it does cost him speed. And another short one for a monk trinket. Well, another class I don't... Why does it keep giving me trinkets for classes I don't have instead of classes that I do? And the Wield has a short one for... the same book that I was trying for. Explore 90% of rooms, you say. And complete 100% of room battles for musketeer-only boots. Oh! Oh! There's a reason I'm not equipping any of my trinkets on these people before they go in. It's because when they're level 0, they're even more likely to die. But, you know what? I have a Houndsmaster now. Let's go for the Warrens. The Warrens are full of beasts. So let's take the dog out for a walk. And let's see, let's take some of the good heals for this one. Yes, let's take her. She has the group heal. And she's the least stressed out of the Vestals. Let's see. Do you have bleed skills? No, you have blight skills. Let's see. Oh, wait, flagellants, of course. Let's see. You're unerring, so you have extra damage with range skills, but don't have any range skills. And you... Oh, yes. Yeah, let's take Luet. And this guy is a Warren's adventurer, so let's take him as well. Yes, his skills are usable in the front row. And this guy... Yes. Okay. We're going to attempt things like this. It's a pity I don't have anyone along who can mark, but I guess we'll do with what we have. Okay. So let's provision this up. The nice thing about the Houndsmaster is that whenever you take one into the dungeon, you get dog treats to take along. This makes any attacks with the dog do more damage. It's good. Okay. 12 food. We are taking extras of these because the Warrens are a terrible place. We'll take that. Take 2 of these, and 2 of these. 1 of these. And 12 torches. Okay. Did I miss anything? The Warrens is full of blight and horribleness, which is why I'm bringing along extra of the anti-blight medicine. I don't know that I'm going to need 2 keys, actually. Let's put one of them back. Save myself a little change. Yes, let's go. If you live for risk and darkness, by all means, bring few torches. I'm still kind of horrified that I, brought along a party that had both the reasonably strong heals of the Lamia and the middling strong heals of the musketeer, and yet still managed to lose a person.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Alright. We played with the fishmen, it's now time to play with the pigmen. Oh boy. This place is weird. I think the best thing to do would be to go up, over, down, up, and then over again. Yes. Up, across, down, down, up, across. It's almost the Konami code, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not anywhere near. An empty room! Hooray! And another empty room, and I forgot to check the trap chance on anybody. Okay. 10% on our Eurofat. 0% on our Flagellant. 40% on our Houndsmaster. And 20% on our poor plagued Vestal. So I guess our Houndsmaster is our trap man. But first, a battle. Okay, what is the best thing to do first? Bleed the one that has flesh. And, well, nobody needs healing yet, so... Oh, she dodged. Dodge this. Good dog.
Executed with impunity.
That was a nice hit. Well, hit
As
the one you can
fiend
reach.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Well, that was quick.
Success so clearly in view.
That
Or
was
is it merely
suspiciously
a
quick.
trick of the light?
I feel like I'm being set up for something. Where was that trap? Okay, just past this curio. Oh, extra food. Oh, and a journal page. I didn't mean to pick that up. Journal of Darius the Highwayman, 3 of 6. This is one we hadn't gotten, maybe? Day 6. As we traveled from the hamlet, an eerie dread grew. We all felt it, but we did our best to shrug it off. Sleep was difficult until Raven, one of my companions, passed me a bitter concoction. The most devout of us, Therian, prayed softly for our safety. Superstitious but well-intentioned, I suppose. I am already falling asleep. Drugged him into submission, did they? Okay, there's the trap. I see it. I see it. Ha-ha! Okay. And from here we go... Oh, you know what? Back up. No. This is not what I want to do. I want to go this way. Aha, I figured out a way to not have to backtrack. It only took me forever. Hunger check. Yes, alright. Oh, if only I'd brought herbs.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
More food. Excellent. Let's just make sure that gold goes into a single stack. There we go. Ah, there's the pigmen. Well, let's see if we can get them all bleeding, shall we? Oh no, the ones in the back dodged. But maybe I can stun them? Nope. I don't remember what the individual attacks do on these guys, so I'm just gonna... Man, this guy hits like a truck. You. Oh, and now my healer is stunned.
How quickly the tide turns.
You. Well... Oh, it's only 1 damage of bleed. Oh. Gross. Okay.
Their formation is
Oh,
broken.
man.
Maintain the offensive.
I am stunned by the amount of damage the Hierophant has been doing here.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Party heal. Everybody topped up now. There we go. This is, Well, I can't do much besides hit a corpse.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Very
them
good dog.
all.
Very, very good dog. Okay. Room battle with a curio, you say? And another journal page. What is this one? Journal of Darius, Highwayman, 4 of 6. Day 7, we tangled with some unruly louts. Raven called them cultists. They were ferocious, but clumsy. That's a very short journal entry. I appreciate that. Hooray! And, well, we can't get the stressful ones, so... Maybe we can stun her? Excellent! And you know what? We'll just try... No, wait. There's no point in trying to bleed a skeleton. That's the main thing. But hit it with a hammer.
Another one.
Welcome to the
falls.
crush damage. Of course. They always go for the Vestal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Oh! Brutal quit. Brutality death. Oh, that's excellent.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I cannot believe how much damage this Hierophant is doing. It's amazing. Okay. And we turn up the torch. Oh, spiders. Great. Spiders. Oh, Hey, it hit! Stun? Haha! Lucky. Get him! Good dog! Smash the spider! No! Oh, blast their dodge! Honestly, the green ones are the worst ones, so I want to clear them as quickly as I can. Thank goodness for small mercies. Stun? Oh, yay.
Another abomination
there we go.
cleansed from our lands. Begone, fiend.
Good dog.
These
more
nightmarish creatures
bandages.
can
Excellent.
be felled. They can be beaten.
Now, let's see. Who has the most negative traits, as if I need to ask. It's absolutely the cleric. Our poor Vestal. Look at her. Oh, it's awful. It's terrible. Put some holy water in the fountain. She is no longer unhygienic. That is good. All right. Oh, look at that. We missed a trap by not taking that one hallway. That's lucky. I hate saying that where the RNG gods can hear me, but okay, there's no trap in this hallway. Rusty knives covered in fresh blood. That sounds good. Antivenom? Nope, no effect. It's probably herbs, but I didn't bring any. More food. We have so much food. And maggots. We have maggots. Thankfully, maggots don't have very many hit points. It's just they have protection. Which is why I want to get as many of them bleeding as I can.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I'm just going to use the party heal. Because we do have a room battle coming up, and I don't want to get all chunked down by maggots before that.
Back to the pit. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
It was such a trifling victory, I didn't get any prizes for it. Okay, let's get the bleeding started. Yes, excellent. I honestly can't complain about that result. Or that one, for that matter. You.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And that's why I stunned that thing. Oh, Resolve is going to get tested any minute now. Okay, the good news is that thing's dead. So, let's roll a heal over onto...
Annihilated.
Oh, Oh my.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh goodness. And another shovel.
As
Excellent.
victories mount, so too will resistance.
What are you saying? I haven't even used my dog biscuits yet. Okay, and we shall use the key on the chest. Another torch. And more bandages. Is the game trying to tell me something? I feel like the game is trying to tell me something. Alright, one more room, one more battle. And another trap. And we still have 10 torches left. You're the least stressed. You deal with this. Scrawlings written on what looks like stretched and tanned human flesh. Cove Tactician. Interesting. Not a place where bleed is terribly useful, but Tactician is a fair amount of extra damage there. 15% extra damage in the cove might be worth it. Might be worth it. In any case. Haha! These traps are really hard to see in the Warrens. Alright. In we go. Spiders. The last battle is spiders. I should have given the dog a biscuit. Oh no. Oh wow. Nice. Sure, party heal. Dodged even while stunned. This guy's awesome.
Dazed,
Ooh,
reeling, about to break.
that's not good. Alright. Give the dog a biscuit. Eat a spider. They're full of protein. Alright, get one of those juicy heals on our Hierophant because he's doing really well here. And I hate the green ones. Yes, agreed. Antivenom. Squish the spider? And yet another journal
Seize
page.
this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Alright, what is this one? Journal of Darius, 1 of 6. Finding a lot of Darius's journals today. Day 1. Rare are travelers on the roads this autumn, and rather than starve, I pressed my last coin into the hand of one who dealt in rumors and shadows. Ravens carried cryptic notes that there was a person, or persons, who was pledging coin for services best left unmentioned in a hamlet I had never heard of. I am packing to leave immediately.
Impressive haul, if you value such things.
And you know what? I have the slots, so why not? Quest complete, and I'm not going to go back and deal with those traps just for those hallway curios. Back to the hamlet. This went really well because
Their
Hierophant
squeals
hits like a
fade.
truck.
Their confidence is shaken.
And we got a druid charm for whatever druid we end up keeping and or that survives. The main difficulty with getting so many heroes all at once is just, you know, which ones do I use? Do I level up the level 0s? Do I use the level 1s? And our Houndsmaster has become musical. Inspiring tune will relieve more stress for him. And Dakra did catch a disease, which I'm going to check once we get back to town.
You answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Ah, lost and found. A weary soul drags herself into the hamlet, spouting nonsense about the tome that led her here, and a blasphemous crusade. Her lies rather easily dispelled as the strong, sweet fragrance of opium still lingered. Well, that is, I believe, a buried, which we do have one of. We have Conteville here, who's a runes explorer, a crow scrounger, and the only negative is skeptic, which means, you know, she doesn't heal very well by Vestals. So this one is a gambler, which means she'll only gamble for stress relief. She's a wheeled adventurer and a natural. Extra HP when not wearing any trinkets. Extra healing received when no trinkets, and extra speed when no trinkets. So she fights best naked. That's certainly charming. Charming is the word that I choose. But I honestly don't know that she's. I mean, 28 HP versus 23 HP. That's the difference. I don't know. I'll just take her and figure
The
things
front
out.
line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
Okay, and Montacute engaged in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 65 stress. She is no longer selfish, thank goodness. Mustel prayed and recovered 55, and Bajot meditated and recovered 45 stress. So they're better, but I'm still gonna have to figure out something to do with this guy, or else he's going to start stressing just being left in town. But how do I not leave him in town when I have so many people? But in any case, our Houndsmaster, our Flagellant, and our Hierophant have all leveled up to level 1. And we have filled our roster again, and there are more heroes. Oh, there's actually a milkmaid in here. Which means that next week, one of the first things I'm going to have to do is expand the roster again so that I can take that milkmaid. Because I'm going to have at least one of every class if it kills me. I mean, I have a mod that allows me to have a maximum 99 people roster. That's more than having one of each, I promise you. It just doesn't feel like that right now when my roster is full and there's yet more people to get. But that is a problem for next week's Foxwine, not this week's. This week, we are pretty much wrapping up here. We have succeeded. We did lose a person, alas, poor Musketeer. We shall miss you. I do like Musketeer as a class, and Arbalest as well. It's nice that we still had an Arbalest, but I wanted to have a Musketeer too. In any case, next week it will be expanding the roster again and trying to just get everything all... What is the right way to put it? all together. And if you'll just give me a moment here, I want to double check. Diabetes was so very nice in coming to check out my stream when he only just started playing this game on Tuesday. I'd like to raid into him if he is still going right now, and he is. So, for the first time ever, I'm going to try to convince this machine to send me off on a raid. Assuming that I have spelled this correctly. Here we go. It has been a lovely night. Thank you for spending the dungeons with me and for helping me to mourn my losses and celebrate my successes. And I hope to see everyone again when I return on Sunday night at 10 p.m. to play some more of the Disco Elysium, where I will continue attempting to solve the case that resists solving. So, and here we go. Are we raiding? I don't know yet. We'll find out. In any case, I hope everyone has a great night and that this raid succeeds. There we go. First ever Foxwine raid. We're going to go say hi to Diabetes. There we go. Okay. I had an extra button to press.